Good morning, Eisler School.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for that. My name is Mr. Stone, and I am the Visual and Performing Arts Coordinator with the school district, and I am here with all of our music teachers to present our Music in Our Schools Week Assembly. Boys and girls, look at the sign on your left, and under Music in Our Schools Week it says music lessons and glee club are great ways, and some of you can't see down below, but it says to succeed in school. We know that if you choose to play a musical instrument that you will be a better student. You will think better. And for that reason, we're fortunate our superintendent, Mr. Lingo, supports an instrumental music program that's concurrent with all of your other schoolwork throughout the instructional day. So Mr. Olmos, your music teacher, whom you'll be meeting in a few moments, will be telling you 4th, 5th, and 6th graders how you can go about being in the music program here at Eisler School, and we'll tell you how those music lessons will work. We are also excited that 3rd graders get to see flutophone today. We're going to show you the instrument that you'll be playing, and you'll be able to participate this year too, 3rd graders. How many of you are 3rd graders here? Wow, right here in the city you have center seats. That's great. We also are lucky you have Mrs. Downey, who does a glee club here. So get involved in music. We know it will make you a better citizen and will make you a more successful student. The studies show that if you play an instrument, it will help your brain to work better. So just another reason why music is important for you in your development and your education. At this time, I'd like to introduce all of our music teachers on stage, and I'm going to have them stand. We have Miss Lee, we have Mr. Tipton. Let's go ahead and hold our applause till we get through all of them. We have Mrs. Tipton, we have Mr. Zelinka, we have Mr. Engel, over here Mr. Stratemeyer, Mrs. Redstone, Mr. Kinniston, and now your next teacher will give a round of applause to. He's your music teacher, Mr. Olmos. Mr. Olmos does such a terrific job. He is an inspiration, so get involved in his program. We also have Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Holcomb, our academic coach, playing piano. Some of you remember Mr. Holcomb used to be your music teacher here several years ago. We also have one last guest to introduce, and she is the owner of Rusty's Pizza. She volunteers to go to all 31 schools and play drum set for us. She loves music in our schools and appreciates all that the music teachers do. Would you give a round of applause to Mrs. Cindy Hicks, the owner of Rusty's Pizza.
Apples and bananas, I like to eat. we're going to change the vowel sounds of the lyrics that we're singing, and we'll start with the vowel sound A. So what we'll do is we'll say, I like to eat apples and bananas. You think you can do that? Here we go, let's try it this time. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Now use the E sound. I like to eat apples and bananas. This time say "ite." I like to ite apples and bananas. 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 Now say oat. I like to oat apples and bananas. 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 This time say oot. I like to oot apples and bananas. 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 Good job, boys and girls. A-E-I-O-U. Apples and bananas. All right, give yourselves a hand.
Good job, Mike. Can I get all our third graders to raise your hands, please? All third graders up nice and high. Oh, wow, excellent. Hands down. Now, if you're in third grade, I am going to teach you this year how to play the flutophone, which is lots and lots of fun. And the next song that we are going to do is our way to introduce the flutophone to you, and I think you might recognize it. It is the theme to the movie Star Wars.
That's like my
Well, since we did a song for the third grade, we're next going to do a song for the fourth and fifth graders here, because this next song is going to show you all the instruments that Mr. Olmos teaches here at Eisler School. So if you don't play one already, you need to pay close attention and see if there's an instrument you like the looks and sound of, and here is the Market of San Jose. In the market of San Jose, oh, I bought a violin. In the market of San Jose, oh, I bought a mellow cello. In the market of San Jose, oh, I bought a great big bass. Won't you go to the market of San Jose? Won't you go to the market of San Jose? In the market of San Jose, oh, I bought a silver flute. In the market of San Jose, oh, I bought
boys and girls, that last song featured all the different instruments in the orchestra that you can learn here at Eisler School. And now what we'd like to do in this part of the program is feature the different instrument families. And we're going to start with the string family that you can hear tuning up back here behind me. We're going to start with the violins. And of course we have the beautiful sounding cello. And then the great big string bass. Isn't that neat? All right. All morning long, we've been featuring the music written by the composer John Williams. Everybody say John Williams. All right, very good. He wrote the music for a lot of famous movies, including all the Star Wars movies, and he wrote the music for the Olympics that we played while you were walking in this morning. And he wrote this music to the next movie we're going to play called Schindler's List.
Our next family features the percussion instruments, and you notice Mrs. Hicks playing the set drum back here. Boy, wouldn't that be a lot of fun to play right here at Eisler School? You know, Mr. Olmos, that gives me a great idea. Maybe we should have some of the students here play some percussion instruments on our next selection. I'd love to have you join and sing on our next selection. Words are really easy. I will sing first. For instance, I will say, "Did you hear that sound?" And you can see how Mr. Stone demonstrated with the sign that you're to repeat after me. Do you know what it was? And Mr. Redstone has a sign for you to repeat after me the second time. And that is all there is to our selection. So, come sing, follow me. Have a great time singing our next song entitled, "Did You Hear That Sound?"
that was our woodwind family. Our next family to demonstrate is called the brass family. And we're going to play a song that I'm sure you're going to recognize. Our brass players are getting ready in their superheroes outfits. This is another John Williams tune. I can see they chose to do Superman today. Let me show you one time though, real quick, what the brass family is. The brass family has trombones, and trumpets, and baritones. Here's the theme from Superman. And I know what some of you are probably thinking, wow, this looks like a lot of fun. Well, how do I join in on the fun? Well, all what you have to do is have your parents call the school to set up an appointment with me, and I will go ahead and get you signed up. Start thinking about what instrument you would like to play from 4th through 6th grade. Now, if you already played with me last year, we're going to have a returning music student meeting this Thursday at 2 o'clock, which I will be sending reminders later on, so you do not have to sign up if you already played last year. Now, this very next song that we are going to do is our way of reminding you how to sign up for music.
If you want to have some fun, clap your hands. If you want to have some fun, clap your hands. If you want to have some fun, remember music's number one. Our fun has only just begun, so clap your hands. If you want to play the drums, stomp your feet. If you want to play the trumpet, stomp your feet. You can play the slide trombone, violin or saxophone, anything to feel the beat, so stomp your feet. If you want to be in music, call the school. If you want to be in music, call the school. This is what we came to say. Get this letter home today. Tell them what you want to play and call the school. This is what we came to say. Get this letter home today. Tell them what you want to play and call the school. Call the school.
Letters in your boxes, if you can hand those out to the students by the end of the day, I would greatly appreciate it.
Now we're going to find out if Eisler School knows the names of some of the movies written by John Williams for the music. We're going to play a short part of each of these movies. If you know the movie, when we're finished, raise your hand, and I'll find out if you know the correct movie. Here we go. Yes. Jurassic Park, give him a hand. Here's your second Oh, let's see. In the orange, yes. What was it? Yes. E.T. is right. Give her a hand. Here's the What was it?
Potter.
Harry Potter, exactly. Okay, boys and girls, for this last one, you may not recognize the sound, but if you watch the stage, there's a hint on the stage drums. Watch carefully. Everybody tell me what is it? Give yourselves a nice round of applause.
Our school definitely knows John Williams music. You guys did great. Well, boys and girls, we're going to look for very quiet students now to pick some volunteers. Mr. Holcomb and Mrs. Tiffin are out there already looking for the quietest people to pick as volunteers. All right, how many of you know who Indiana Jones is? Put your hands down. John Williams wrote the music to all the Indiana Jones movies, and we are now going to present the latest version of the Indiana Jones multitude of movies. But we're going to do it right here at Eisler School with the help of some Eisler students that we picked for volunteers, and we hope you enjoy our version of the latest Indiana Jones movie. Musicians, let's begin. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Kingdom of the Crystal Temple of the Golden Cello of Doom.
The treasure? Where's the gold? Show me the money. Money. You want money?
You think that the treasure is gold, but the real treasure is learning to play a musical instrument.
enjoyed our music at our Schools Week Assembly? All right, will you give another round of applause to all of our great music teachers in the Bakersfield City School District? Thank you. You have been an exceptional audience. Remember, kids, why we are here. It's all to hopefully inspire you to choose to play a musical instrument. I know myself, it helped me to pay for my entire education at UCLA because of my music. That's just one byproduct. The best reason to play an instrument, though, is because it will make you a better person. So again, take Mr. Olmos up on that offer. It's really a great thing.